My roommate Jessica moved her boyfriend Tyler into our two-bedroom apartment without asking me first. I came home one day, and he was just there with all his stuff moved into her room. When I asked what was going on, Jessica said Tyler got kicked out of his place and needed somewhere to stay temporarily. I said okay for a few days, but this is really something we should have discussed first. 3 weeks later, Tyler was still there and acting like he lived there permanently. He was eating my food, using my Netflix account, leaving his clothes in the shared laundry area, and hogging the bathroom every morning. When I talked to Jessica about setting some boundaries, she said Tyler was practically living here anyway, since he stayed over most nights, so what's the big deal? I explained the big deal was that I signed a lease for a two-bedroom apartment with one roommate, not two, and that Tyler being there was affecting my living situation. Jessica said I was being dramatic, and that Tyler was actually helpful because he fixed our leaky faucet. The next day, Jessica informed me that since there were now 3 people living in the apartment, I needed to pay more for utilities because Tyler was using electricity, water, and heat too. I told her absolutely not, since I never agreed to Tyler moving in and he wasn't on the lease. Jessica said it was only fair that utilities be split 3 ways now, and that I was being cheap by expecting her and Tyler to subsidize my usage. I pointed out that Tyler wasn't paying any rent at all, so how exactly was I being subsidized? Jessica said Tyler couldn't afford to pay rent right now, but he was contributing by doing household repairs and cleaning. I looked around our messy apartment and asked what cleaning was she referring to. Jessica got defensive and said I was being hostile toward Tyler because I was jealous that she had a boyfriend and I didn't. I told her this had nothing to do with relationships and everything to do with her moving someone into our shared space without permission, then trying to make me pay extra for the privilege. Jessica said if I didn't like the arrangement, I could move out. I said actually, Tyler could move out since his name isn't on the lease and he has no legal right to be there. Jessica threatened to have Tyler refuse to leave and said I couldn't force him out. So I called our landlord and explained that Jessica had moved in an unauthorized person who wasn't on the lease. The landlord was not happy and told Jessica that Tyler had to leave immediately or she would be evicted for violating the lease terms. Jessica was furious with me for involving the landlord, but I was done being walked over. Tyler moved out the next day, and Jessica had to pay the full utility bill herself as punishment. She said I was vindictive and ruined her relationship, but Tyler dumped her 2 weeks later anyway. Jessica learned that you can't just move people into shared spaces without permission, and that trying to manipulate roommates backfires badly.